Welcome to another episode of The Good Company. The stuff you just saw right here is actually some stuff you might be able to win, because we are going to talk GDC, and at GDC I got some swag that we're actually going to hand out to some of you people.
Some free stuff.
Some free stuff. But more about that later. First up, we're going to start with what we're playing. What are you playing right now, Peter?
What am I playing? I've been, of course, as usual, it's my MMO talk, which I always get to do at Good Company. It's very nice. But I've been playing a lot of Rift, of course, Triumph's new MMO. So I've been busy every waking, non-working hour, more or less. That and Dragon Age 2, though. So, but yeah, Rift is taking up a lot of time.
Always MMOs.
Always MMOs, but I'm so impressed with what Triumph has done with Rift. So hard to tear myself away from it, most certainly.
Yeah.
And you, of course, what have you been?
Well, I played a little bit of Need for Speed. I platinumed that, which was nice. And then
you played a little bit.
Yeah, well, I was missing like half. I played half an hour when I got back from GDC, and then I was done. And the rest is actually stuff I played at GDC. So I think I'll play a little. I bought Pixel Junk Shooter, which I also played at GDC, but the rest is GDC stuff. So we'll get back to that. I think.
No, I think we might as well get back to that now.
All
you
right.
went to GDC. I get to stay at home. But you and Bengt went to GDC. Best part of the convention or of the conference?
Well, I'd say I got to play 2 out of my top 3 most anticipated games. Or I got to play one and see a long presentation twice on the other one. Got to play Infamous a lot, which we talked about in the preview that will go up soon.
Infamous 2.
Infamous 2, yeah, which is awesome. I'm really excited for that game. Got to see a lot on Batman Arkham City, which looks to be crazy awesome as well. And then there's Uncharted, which we kind of missed, so that was too bad. But besides that, I think got to try Gears of War 3, which looks to be really cool. I haven't played a lot of Gears before. Got to try Guild Wars 2, which you are a big fan of the first one. I'm really excited for the second one. I might be interested in start playing MMOs now, so that's really excited.
Finally.
And then I got to play Pixel Junk and Shooter 2 at an event there and try a lot of other games. Tried some 3DS games as well, which was cool. But I think of games I tried, definitely Infamous, but Batman looked really cool as well.
I'm actually quite shocked when heard you updating on Twitter and Facebook, of course, stuff that you'd seen and done at GDC, and it actually included playing games.
Yeah, for once. For
once, because we usually never have time. But no. For example, E3 and Gamescom and stuff like that, we never get to play any games. No. But GDC has all these stuff around the conference, and gives you a bit more time to
the 3 conventions I've been to, I'd played 1 game in all, I think, and here I got to play like 10, 15 games. But it was also the setup, some of the places. Sony had a really nice lounge where we often went when we had half an hour or an hour off. Bengt got to try a game and talk to a developer. I filmed some gameplay when I was done. I could only play a game, and I played Infamous was during when I was supposed to eat. So I decided to do that instead.
You sacrifice yourself.
But we did a lot of stuff there, actually more than I think we usually do. So look forward to a lot of interviews and gameplay and different stuff. And we have a lot of games that we play here that you guys are reviewing, and 3DS coming out. So I think there should be a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I say stuff all the time. A lot of videos that you should look forward to.
Yeah, most certainly. And I actually think you guys broke the GDC record of the most amount of cool interviews and presentations done. So
including the Microsoft event we went to and Guild Wars and stuff. Yeah, but we did a lot, which was hard, but I still got to play some games. Almost got to touch the NGP, got to try the PSP phone thing.
But the problem was that with NGP, you said, you've talked about this before, but that was actually a pile of glass in front of it.
Teasing everybody.
So now there's a nice.
If my nose is like crooked or something, it's because I thought I could touch it.
You spent hours trying to wipe that off.
Oh yeah, and Apple announced the iPad while we were there as well, which was very cool. But
it's next to
Yeah, it was funny because they were like overlapping the time that Nintendo were doing their keynote, so it was kind of a competition who gets most coverage. So
I wonder who won.
yeah, Apple it was insane.
Yeah.
But I think we should start talking about the competition stuff.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a good idea. We have.
Well,
Yeah,
at
let's
these
take a look
kind
at
of
what we
shows,
have.
we always get a lot of stuff and a lot of free T-shirts, and I've of course saved some for myself and given you a little bit.
I might have stolen a thing or
But
two.
got some Guild Wars 2 caps and other things that I think,
We got the books.
yeah, and a Halo,
the Halo
book.
book.
And I think some of you guys actually gonna appreciate this more than I would. So I thought we'd do this competition. So if you comment on this video, or if there's a news that talks about this video as well, comment what you like to happen in Good Company, what sort of a thing we should be doing, and we'll pick the best comments or answers and send this to you. And it might be 1 or 2 guys, it might be more. I think we'll see if we can get a little bit more stuff as well.
Perhaps I think we have like 3 World of Tanks T-shirts.
Yeah,
So if you write a really good comment, you might get a World of Tanks T-shirt and 2 more for sleeping, eating, and going to school or going to work or whatever you do.
And what we'd like to hear is what kind of show you want. Do you want, like, this is turned out to be a kind of casual show that you started? Actually, they started out like that with Andreas.
Yeah.
Do you want that? Do you want more people? Do you want high production value instead? Do you want us to talk for long? Do you want it often? I mean, any kind of a thing.
Any feedback really? What do you think about the Good Company and what we've been doing so far? You can always go back in the GRTV archives if you've never caught the show before, which shouldn't, of course, stop you from entering some feedback.
I think now we're kind of a middle thing. We could turn, as I said, more high production value, short, green screen, whatever you want. But we could also do just longer, rand-on talk.
Just what you say what you want from us, and you might be walking around in one of these fancy Guild War 2 caps.
And it actually counts
in the
for,
future.
now we're sitting in Denmark recording this, but it counts for people in Spain and Italy as well. We'll figure out how to send stuff. All the swag to you as well if you do the best comment. So yeah, look forward to hear your comments.
Exactly.